Hello guys and welcome to my next Let's Play, Planescape Torment. This is of course a blind run, which means I don't want to know any plot-related details about the game. If you've played the game before, do not tell me about things before they come. You can of course tell me things about the interface, or how to play, or better ways to approach the game, but don't tell me solutions to puzzles, don't tell me, plot character interaction, don't tell me who's coming up or anything like that. Let me enjoy the game. Durr. For those of you that don't know about Planescape Torment or what it is, this was made by Black Isle TSR, same company that made Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate 2, Icewind Dale, and I believe they made Neverwinter Nights. I think Neverwinter Nights was their last game before they got bought out. I think a lot of the developers also went on and were involved in Dragon Age, but I'm not positive. I do know that Dragon Age is called Dragon Age Origins, and it is a callback to the old BG2 style of game. So, that's a little bit about the game. It is a game set in the D&D universe, although interestingly, like the name implies, it's set in Planescape. Generally speaking, most of the D&D games are set in a single plane. Forgotten Realms, Dragonlance, Ravenloft, Greyhawk, Eberron, whatever. Planescape is the only plane that acknowledges the fact that by the actual way D&D is set up, there are a multitude of planes, and you can move between them. Very, very few people ever do. For anyone that's familiar with Magic the Gathering, it's very similar to that, where most of the action takes place on a single plane, and then you have planeswalkers that can actually move between them, but those are few and far between. So, that's all true. I did install a number of mods for this game, because the thing is, this game was made 15 years ago. This game was made and assumes that it's running in 640 by 480. Well, modern computers don't even run at 640 by 480 anymore. So, as you can see, there's a widescreen mod in order to make this look correct on modern computers, and a number of mods to try and, kind of force it to work correctly. There also was a mod I picked up called basically a robust mod, which apparently when they made Planescape Torment, there were a number of quests, a number of items, a number of things that they intended to put in the game, but they didn't quite finish. But people have gone back since then and actually completed. So, that's where we stand. So, new game. Or new life, excuse me. So, and yeah, as you can see, a lot of this stuff is really, really small and hard to read. Because of that, when I'm reading this, I may make some mistakes. I'm sorry about that. I've done what I can to make it bigger, but at the end of the day, I've done all I can. So, you'll just have to deal with the fact that it may not be perfect. Because I'm not a perfect person. Sorry to say. So, I have been warned that unlike, a lot of the D&D games, Planescape Torment really, really takes a low view of, combat. I mean, it's not that combat is bad, but it's that combat is unnecessary. The vast majority of the game can be done without combat. Because of that, I decided, well, if combat is going to be a much lower focus than what I'm used to, then I'm going to go ahead and focus on my intellectual stats rather than my physical stats. So strength, dex, and constitution are not going to be paid attention to. Get intelligence up to 16, get wisdom up to 16. I think this will let me see everything, be able to notice everything. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get charisma up to 14 and extra point intelligence. Oh, extra point wisdom. And that's everything. Okay, awesome. I'm happy with that. That doesn't mean that my const, dex, and strength are kind of bad. I won't be able to power through anything, but hopefully I won't have to. That's the idea. Because I have thought a little bit about how to start this game, but now I'm getting into unfamiliar territory. So here we go. So we're on a table. This is obviously directly following the opening cinematic. And oh, there's a skull coming to see us. Hello, Skull. Your name is Mort.
You playing corpse or you putting the blinds on the dusties? I thought you were a deader for sure.
And once again, I do have the sound really, really low, so I didn't even realize he was talking for a second. I actually thought this game didn't have voice acting. I thought I would have to do it, so that's awesome. I don't know what a dusty is, but I'm assuming it's those things that were wheeling stuff around in the opening. And I don't know what putting the blinds means, but I guess it's just kind of a weird euphemism for, fooling. So, I can either ignore the skull and wander around, but that would be really stupid. Why would you ever do that? No. Me? How about you start, Scabby? Who are you? So, I don't know, or I can be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. So, I don't know, I don't really remember, because I have amnesia. You don't remember? Must have been some night you had. Better hope you didn't hurt anybody. My name's Mort. Hail, well met, and all that wash. I say, I have to ask, are you one of those sensates into self-mutilation, or did somebody give you all those scars? What the heck's a sensate? Oh, it lets me ask what a sensate is. Awesome. Don't know what a sensate is? Oh, you are in for a treat. They're this group of bashers that are all about experimenting all the planes have to offer, right? Including, well, forget it for now. What about those scars? And the fact that I'm giving you the option to ask about what the scars are makes me kind of, am I not my own body? Do I not understand the body I'm in? But sure, ask about it. It looks like some bastard decided to paint you up with a blade. You're scarred all over, even on your back. Except, say, you got a whole tattoo gallery on your back, Burke. Spells out. What the heck is a Burke? That is not a term I'm familiar with. I'm assuming it's sort of like chief earlier, but I don't really know what it means. But yeah, what does it spell out? I can't see my back. Looks like directions. Let's see. Starts with, I know you feel like you've been drinking a few kegs of Styx wash, but you need to center yourself. Among your possessions is a journal that will shed some light on the dark of the matter. Farod can fill you in on the rest of the chat, if he's not dead book already. Don't lose the journal, or we'll be up at Styx again. And whatever you do, do not tell anyone who you are or what happens to you, or they'll put you in a quick pilgrimage to the crematorium. Do what I tell you, read the journal, and find Farod. Awesome. Yeah, do I have a journal? I'm supposed to read this thing. No, you were stripped of skins when you arrived here. Besides, looks like you got enough of a journal written on your body. Well, crap. What about Farod? You know who he is? Nobody I know. Then again, I don't know many people. Still, Burke's got to know where to find this guy. Once we get out of here, that is. Oh, some Burks. I missed that word. Oops. Alright, well, I already asked number 1. Yeah, how do I get out of here? Well, now that is a good question. Sand's running through the glass for you, Chief. Dustman finds you, they'll attempt to correct your resurrection problem by tossing you in the crematorium. You keep playing dead, you'll go to the crematorium anyway. A Markham's choice, eh? What to do, what to do. What the heck? I mean, I'm assuming the Dustmen are those things I saw in the, intro video, but still, what is the actual explanation there? The Dusties? They wash the place here. You can't miss them. They have an obsession with black and rigor mortis in the face. They call themselves the Dustmen, and they pretend they're a faction. But they're just an addled bunch of ghoulish devil worshippers. Steer clear of them. Yeah? Like, what questions? Oh, yeah. Who are you, actually? Me? Well, I already answered that. Oh my gosh, I have to go. That's a little annoying. Yeah, how'd I get here? Chief, I had no sudden idea. You sure got a knack for playing dead, though. While you were lying there, I never saw your chest move. Your eyes blinked nothing. What were you drinking? Was that what happened? More questions. And how do I get out of here? Okay. So yeah, I'll just escape then. Oh, good idea, Chief. Why didn't I think of that? How you gonna escape, huh? I'll give you a clue. It involves a little cooperation. Okay. From where I'm sitting, well, you're not sitting, you're floating, just to let you know. It's obvious you need to get out of here. Me? I can afford to wait. The only danger I'm in is dying of boredom. We can at least lend each other a hand. You don't have any hands, sir. You're a floating head. It may not look it, but I can help you out of here. And you can help me out of here. I haven't got hands, so I'm in a little bit of a quandary, and you're missing what's in your cranium. But I got plenty of experience and know how to get out of this dive. We cooperate, and we both come out ahead. Deal, Bert? Yeah, I kind of feel like that this game is set up so that I have to follow you. So, faking, you'll squat on a halberd for all I care. Listen, Chief, pay attention to how often bad and fate show up in the same sentence, and you'll catch on to one of life's little mysteries. Best thing to do, tell fate to wrap itself in Razorvine. There's always another option fate never lets on. That is a... Oh, that is actually really awesome. I love the fact that the game kind of did this, like, oh, hey, here's where you are, here's what you're doing. But you can do other things. It's kind of interesting they put that in there right there. All right, then. Now, come on. Let's give this place to laugh. Give this place to laugh? What? I love his mannerisms, even though I know what he's trying to say, but I have no idea how that comes to mean that, if that makes sense. Doors out of here are locked, so we'll need the key. Chances are one of the walking corpses room has it. Walking corpses? Yeah, mortuary's keepers use dead as bodies as cheap labor. The corpses are dumb as stones, but they're harmless. Wait. Dumb as stones and they're harmless. But implies a reversal, and stones are not typically very harmful unless someone's throwing them at you. They won't attack you unless you attack first. Huh. Am I going to be, oh, well, I mean, they're corpses. I don't think I'd necessarily care. Well, before you do that, arm yourself. I think there's a scalpel on one of the shelves around here. No, it's this way, yeah. One last thing. Corpses are slow as molasses, but getting punched by one is like getting kissed by a battering ram. If they start getting an edge on you, remember, you can run, and they can't. Keep some distance between you if you need to recover. Okay. So, yeah, to run... Press control. Got it. Oh, and we're into the game now. Hooray! So let's see here. There's a thing. I am somewhat familiar with the controls because I'm assuming they're similar to Baldur's Gate's controls. And we got bandages. That's always good. And then what's this?
Locked.
Okay, that's locked. Here's another one of these things. Oh, and there's some of the Walking Dead things. Or the Walking Corpses, excuse me, not the Walking Dead. So, you gonna tell me to equip it? Alright, you found a scalpel. Now get those corpses. And don't worry, I'll stay back and provide a valuable tactical assistance. I want to say, I mean, he's a freaking skull. What's he gonna do? So sure, alright. Time to reduce those corpses to a second death then. Okay, I'm assuming I need to equip this. I am assuming correctly. So, okay. And they said attack will automatically let me... Alright. Rawr, zombie walker.
Die.
Wow.
Die.
Okay, well that was awesome. Unfortunately, he does not seem to have what he wants. Yes. I usually won't read this stuff because it's not really text or dialogue. Oh, he does have something. This is, oh boy. That is going to be a problem. More bandages. Because that was the system in Baldur's Gate 2, but it was a much bigger, more obvious pile of money. On this screen, it's tiny. So I'm really going to have to pay attention to that. Oh, okay, he actually is helping. That, more bandages. White cloth covers the remains of corpse. Okay, it smells bad. Turned it inside out. That is pleasant. Okay. Don't want to play with them then. So far, this is not the... I guess I did have the option of saying I don't want to kill a corpse just to get a key. Speaking of which, there's the key. So, after I just said that I was going to try not to do this in such a way that... Oh, I don't have the key for that? Okay. There's another one, but I don't think there's any reason to attack it. And more stuff. Psst, some advice, Chief. Keep it quiet from here on. No need to get any more corpses in the dead book than necessary. Especially the femmes. Plus, killing them might draw the caretakers here. What in the world are the I mean, I'm hoping the femmes aren't what I think. Yeah, why do you care about the female corpses? What? Are you serious? Look, Chief, dead shits are the last chance a couple of hardy bashers like us have. We need to be chivalrous. No hacking them up for keys, no lopping their limbs off, things like that. I actually know what you mean by last chance, but apparently I have no option but to ask. Chief, they're dead, we're dead. See where I'm going? You really? Chief, we already got opening line with these limping ladies. We had all died at least once. At least we have something to talk about. They'll appreciate men with our kind of death experience. But wait, didn't you say that I'm not dead? Well, all right. You might not be dead, but I am. And for where I'm standing, I wouldn't mind sharing a coffin with some of these fine, sinewy cadavers I see here. Of course, caretakers would have to part with them first, and that's not likely. That is a little disturbing, game. Thank you for sharing, but you know what? Don't share in the future. I don't want to think about that. So yeah, who are the caretakers? They call themselves the Dustmen. You can't miss them. They have an obsession with black and... Okay, yeah. Weren't you listening? I said the Dustmen believe everyone's going to die. Sooner better than later. You think corpses you've seen are happier than the dead book than out of it? Where do the corpses come from, man? Death visits Plains every day, Chief. These shamblers are all that's left of the poor sods who sold their bodies to the caretakers after death. Okay, so I've already asked about the caretakers. I've already found out about the femmes. Yeah. Look, Chief, it's obvious you still got a little addled after you kissed with death. I got 2 bits of advice for you. 1, if you got questions, ask me, alright? Okay. 2nd, if you're half as forgetful as you seem to be, start writing stuff down. Whenever you come across something that might be important, jot it down so you don't forget. If I had the journal I was supposed to have with me, we'll start a new one then, Chief. No loss. There's plenty of parchment and ink around here to last you. Alright. Use it to keep track of your movements. If you ever start to get cloudy on the important things like who you are, or more importantly, who I am, use it to refresh your memory. Okay, so I have a journal now. Journal updated. How about journal initialized? Interesting. It auto scrolls. Okay, I was worried there was something wrong and it was just going to, automatically scroll up forever. So, I'll go ahead and look at this. Mainly because I don't know who he is. Maybe my journal does. The journal's gone missing, so I've started a new one. We'll go to a place called the Mortuary, and I don't know who I am, what I'm doing here, or even how I got here. Only person I've encountered so far is a chittering skull called Mort. While he was checking my wounds, he discovered a set of directions tattooed on my back. I've read that already. I'm not going to read it again. Did I leave this message for myself? Well, I'm assuming no. I'm assuming you did not tattoo your own back, because that's impossible. Looks like I'll need to find this Farod and my journal. Okay, yep. I got that. So I don't want to mess with these things. What is that? Bloodstains, rust, and... Oh, interesting. So these are more... These may be where the femmes are, because they're harps, and that's girly and stuff like that.
I'm gone.
I don't know which way to go. I want to go the smaller direction. Because typically when you have an option and one direction is smaller than the other... Okay, there's nothing over there. Then that's the side path, and the big direction is the main path. Okay.
All right.
There's a... Oh, hi. There's something over here. Powers above. That is one hell of a book. What is it? If I were to guess, I'd say that's the book where they scratch the name of every poor sod that's unfortunate enough to get dumped off here. I mean, my name is in it? Hey, well, I guess to find out, you'd need to rattle your bone box with that floating Dusty over there. And I'm not sure that's a good idea. Well, I need answers. So, hey, you. Oh, for a split second, I read that as ball. And I was like, holy crap, this is ball already? I just started the bloody game! The scribe looks very old. His skin is wrinkled, and he has a slight trace of yellow, like old parchment. Charcoal gray eyes lie with an angular face. A large white beard flows down in front of his robes like a waterfall. His breathing is ragged and irregular, even if the occasional coughing does not slow the scratching of his quill pen. Really? It's a skeleton with a beard. Skeletons don't have faces, so how do they have beards? Yes, I just said I was going to talk to you, so I want to talk to you. Whoa, Chief, what are you doing? Yeah, I just told you what I'm doing. Look, rattling your bone box with Dusty's, it should be the last thing. Okay, I was like, what? How do I keep going? Before more continues, the scribe begins coughing violently. After a moment or two, the coughing dies down, and the scribe's breathing returns to its ragged wheeze. Click to move. And we especially don't be swapping chat with Dusty's. Come on, let's leave. The quicker... Move, cat. Cat decided to walk up in front. It's like, hi! The quicker we get to this place to laugh, the bet. Before more can finish, the scribe's greatest flicker to you. The weight of years hangs heavily upon. The weight of years hangs heavily upon me, restless one. He places down the quill, but I do not count yet deafness among my ailments. Do you know me? Do you know who I am? Know you. There's a trace of bitterness in the scribe's words as he speaks. I have never known you, restless one. No more than you have known yourself. For you have forgotten, have you not? Who are you? Well, I kind of know who he is. He's the guy who writes names in the book. Come on, Nameless One, pay attention. I wonder if, do I ever get a name? Am I Nameless One the entire game, or do I ever figure out who I am? I find it interesting. Do not tell anyone who you are, and you don't know who you are. As always, the question, and the wrong question, as always. He bows slightly, and the movement suddenly sends him into a bout of coughing. I am dull. Alright. So yeah, that was the first of many questions. Can you please let me know so? Very well. What do you wish to know? How do I get here? Can you tell me how to get out of here? I will start off being somewhat empathetic, because this guy's not mean. So, are you okay? I am close now to the true death, restless one. It will not be long before I pass beyond the eternal boundary and find the peace I have been seeking. I tire of this mortal sphere. The plains hold no more wonders for one such as I. Well, the eternal bound, I kind of know what that is. So, are you certain? I do not wish to live forever, nor to live again, restless one. I could not bear it. Alright, more questions then. How did I end up here? Your moldy chariot ferried you to the mortuary, restless one. You would think that you were royalty based on the number of loyal subjects that lay stinking and festering upon the cart that carried you. I arrived here on a cart?
My journal.
Yes. Your body was somewhere in the middle of a heap, sharing the fluids with the rest of the mountain of corpses. Well, then how do you know I was the one that it was for? How do you know I'm not just some corpse and some other guy on the cart was really important? Dahl breaks into another violent fit of coughing, finally catching his breath moments later. Your seneschal, Farod, was, as always, pleased to accept a few moldy coppers to dump the lot of you at the mortuary gates. So, yeah, who is Farod? I've heard his name before. He is a collector of the dead. Dahl draws a ragged breath and continues. We have such people in our city that scavenge the bodies of those who have walked the path of true death and bring them to us so they may be interred properly. So, it doesn't really sound like you're a huge fan of Farad. There are some I respect, Restless One. Dahl takes a rapid breath and steadies himself. Farad is not one of them. He wears his ill repute like a badge of honor, and takes liberties with the possessions of the dead. He is a knight of the post, a cross-trading filth of the lowest sort. What the heck is a knight of the post? A knight of the post. A thief. All Farad brings to our walls come stripped of a little less than of their dignity that they possessed in life. Farad takes whatever he may pry from their stiffening fingers. Do you know where I can find Farad? If events persist as they have, Restless One, you have a greater chance of Farad finding you and bringing you to us again before you find whatever poo's puddle he wallows in. So what is this? Why are people brought here? Just so you can burn them up? This is where the dead of Sigil are brought to be interned or cremated. It is our responsibility as dustmen to care for the dead, those who have left the shadow of life and walk the path of true death. His voice drops in concern. Your wounds must have been exacted a heavy toll for you not to recognize this place. It is almost your home. What wounds? Yes, the wounds that decorate your body. They look as if they would have sent a lesser man along the path of true death. Yet it seems as many of them have healed already. Dahl coughs finally for a moment and steadies himself. But these are only surface wounds. What do you mean?
My journal.
Whoa, cats, calm down. I speak of the wounds of the mind. You have forgotten much, have you not? Mayhap your true wounds run much deeper than the scars that decorate your surface. Dahl coughs again. But that is something that only you would know for certain. Alright, so I have some other questions. I've already asked about the mortuary. So I know how I got here. I know what it is. I know what you do here, but sure, I'll ask. Is there something more than just writing? I know scant little of you, Restless One. I know a little more than those who have journeyed. Little more of those who have journeyed with you, and who are now in our keeping. I ask that you no longer ask others to join with you, Restless One. Where you walk, so walks misery. Let your burden be your own. Wait, there's others that have journeyed with me? Do you not know the woman's corpse interred in the memorial hall below? I had thought that she traveled with you in the past. Well, I don't remember anyone. Sorry. My cat's trying to climb over things and things are falling. In the past. Am I mistaken? I don't know anything about her. Where is she? Because you asked me not to have anyone else walk with me, so I'm going to find her. Because I'm a classy guy like that. The Northwest Memorial Hall on the floor below us. Check the bears there. Her name should be on one of the memorial plaques. Mayhap that will revive your memory. Is she the one in the opening cinematic? I'm assuming she is. So there were others? Doubtless there are, but I know not their name, nor where they lie. One such as you has left a path many have walked, and few have survived. Dahl gestures around you. All dead come here. Some must have traveled with you once. So yeah, more questions. What do you do here? I actually meant to ask this before, but I pressed the wrong button. I am a scribe, a cataloger of all the shells who come into the mortuary. Doll coughs again and then takes a deep breath. As long as the stream of corpses flows through the mortuary, I shall remain at my post. Well, then you must hate me, because I apparently caused a lot of corpses to come through. You say I've been here more than once. How did the dustman not recognize me? I am the one that catalogs the shells that come to our halls, restless one. Doll breaks into a fit of coughing, then steadies himself. Only... I know I probably should actually have him cough, but the problem is I'm reading as I read, and so I don't actually know what it says until I read it, and by the time I've done that, I've already read it. I can't... I mean, I could read ahead and see it was coughing, but then it would be a little even slower, so that's why I do it that way. Only I see the faces of those that lie upon our slabs. The dark of your existence lies safe with me. Okay. And that seems to be about it. As you turn to leave, Doll speaks. Know this. I do not envy you, restless one. To be reborn as you would be a curse that I could not bear. You must come to terms with it. At some point, your path will return you here. It is the way of all things. Flesh and bone. Okay. So they said in the chamber below us. Does that mean down here?
All right.
First floor of the... I'm in the memorial hall, but I don't know where that is. Is there a map? There is, but it does not... Oh, it does. Okay. Preparation room. Is this the memorial hall? No, that's the stairs up and down. Okay, so if the stairs up and down are there, I just need to go down. That makes sense.
All right.
So, are the stairs here? It looked like they were here. Yeah, they should be right here.
All right, done.
I would like to access the stairs. Oh, wait. It's those. And I can't go through that, can I? Because that's what said that it needed a key, didn't it? Didn't it?
Locked.
Locked. I'm gone.
Okay, so I still need a key. Another walker. Looks like nothing down here.
I'm gone.
He said to be quiet. I'm not sure if that actually applies to... Can I go up there? No, I can't. These are passages, but they're obviously not passages that actually exist. If that makes sense. Alright, this is covered with...
All right.
So, how do I... Oh, there's a door.
I'm gone.
Here's another room. Let's see. Stench comes from this corpse is truly nauseating. Someone split open. Ugh. Not interested in that. Nothing there. Alright. And just cover this with blood, even if this corpse. Well, this is just pleasant and wonderful. Alright, more bandages it looks like. Yep. I wonder why I'm collecting these, because they don't seem to do anything.
I'm gone.
is there anything down here?
Done.
Looks like no. Looks like we're just going through this door. I feel like there should be something in these rooms more than just, oh, more corpses. Am I missing something?
All right.
Alright, bloodstains, rust, and other...
All right. Done.
I may skip... Oh, wait, there's a stairway up. Alright, rotting corpses, riddle... Yeah, I mean, that's... is looking at these actually doing anything? I kind of feel like it's not. So there's the stairway up.
Done.
I'm more interested in
Done.
a stairway down, because they said the first floor.
All right. Done. Done.
But
Right.
I'm starting to gather that I can't go down. Because there's... That door is locked, and I have seen... you know,
I'm gone.
they kind of strongly implied that I should not be just killing all of the walkers. I haven't seen any films whatsoever, but they certainly implied I shouldn't just be slaughtering the walkers, so... Okay. We are going up then. And that will also do it for the first episode of Let's Play Planescape Torment. I figure, as much as possible, at least as long as the game stays like this, I'll do one episode per session. Just to kind of have a natural breaking point, because on these, I don't always do them in 30-minute sessions like I do on my main Let's Play. I just play until I'm tired. But the problem is, this thing is so small that I'm going to get tired kind of quick. I may have to, and I really hate to do this because it makes me seem really old, but I may have to actually buy some glasses or something just because the font is so much smaller than the game designers intended. Good lord. So, but anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. I will continue to play this probably every time I have a day off. In all honesty, because I'm interested. Let me know, what is all this stuff in my inventory useful? Is it something I should be getting? Is there some reason? Should I be examining every single bed? It just seems like it's all like, okay, more blood. But yes, thank you for tuning in. And obviously, if you haven't played this before, you probably can't help me too much. But hopefully you'll enjoy the story and enjoy the ride. See you guys.